Hello, hello. I'm Miley Navarro. This is Honestly I'm Fine, which is either a statement or a lie or a warning, depending on the day. What I do have is a very low tolerance for pretending, and apparently I picked up two microphones. I have Michael here sitting with me who can attest to the fact that I give very few fucks about most things these days.
You do have a piano that you don't know how to play.
Thank you. If you're new here and you're looking for some polished life advice, wrong place, start over. If you're here because you're tired, slightly unhinged, and one more group chat notification away from throwing your phone into traffic, welcome. You are right where you're supposed to be. I used to be really good at pretending to care about just about everything. Socially acceptable caring, nodding, smiling, pretending to ask questions I don't give a shit about the answers to, performing interest like it was part of a personality I don't want nor have. And then something broke, or maybe healed, it's hard to tell.
Broke.
Okay, see, this is why he's here. Now there are just things I cannot pretend to care about anymore. Not because I'm a terrible person, I mean, the jury's out on that one, but mostly because I just don't have the energy to fake it anymore.
She doesn't.
At all. So today we're going to talk about that. The things that no longer get my fake enthusiasm, my polite head tilt, or any, oh my God, tell me mores. Because I will definitely not be telling you to tell me more. One of the things I've really stopped caring about that actually drives me bonkers, Michael, I'm just going to let you know right now, I cannot stand group chats, not even with my own children. They are the worst. Not even kidding. You should have to sign a consent form, something that says, I understand that this is going to become a part-time job and you won't get paid for it. Pretty much like everything else I've ever done, right? Because it never starts crazy. It's always innocent. Just one or two extra people, one plan. Hey, are we still on for Saturday? Normal, manageable, adult-like. And then it grows. Now it's 12 people. Someone added a cousin. Someone changed their number. Somebody has an Android. Once there's an Android, you can't unsend anything. That should be illegal. Now, one person sends voice notes like they're hosting a podcast inside the chat, and suddenly it's a full-blown community. What people expect is that you're going to keep up, that you're reading everything, reacting, participating, being present. I open that chat, I see 93 unread messages, and immediately feel behind in something that I never enrolled in, like the rest of my life. That's basically how I feel in a group chat. I don't read that shit. I don't give a fuck what happened yesterday. Yesterday's over. It's gone. How do you feel about that?
There's always the one jackass who fuels the whole conversation.
All the time. Like, they just won't let the chat die. Like, why do they do that? Let it go, buddy. Nobody gives a shit about last week's matcha latte at all. What people expect is that you're keeping up. Now I'm scrolling for context like I'm investigating a crime scene because I don't want to read the whole thing. And then I only get bits and pieces because I'm notoriously super good at only reading the first sentence of everything. So I assume they've now picked a fight with me. Now we're in a full-blown texting match because I didn't read the full chat and I've started a fight in the group chat. Do you ever do that?
No, I usually get lost and then I just stop checking it and then it just keeps going off and then I just ignore it.
And like, who said what? Why are we laughing? There was a poll. There's 16 GIFs. How do we even say that?
16 GIFs in a row that make
GIFs or
absolutely
GIFs?
no sense.
No sense. Wait, they always make sense though, don't they?
I mean, they're supposed to if in context, but if you're not following the thread.
What is the actual topic? I'm always trying to figure that out. Do we remember why the chat even exists, or are we just living in here now? That's why they all need a title. All group chats need to be labeled. Do you know how many times I've texted the group chat with the one person who wasn't supposed to be included on the chat, and I'll text the wrong one with the person who was not invited? Never do that? Do you ever
I
do
always text the whole chat when I'm looking for one person.
like, hello, Susan, do you live in here? Oh,
Has anybody seen Dave?
let Dave know he's not invited. And the rest of you come to my party. Oh, do you ever like, do people tag, can you tag people in group chats or is that just on like,
No.
because Zuma's cheer team has this band. It's banned, right? And the only time I ever know to go looking for something is if I've been tagged. And even then I don't see it. But then I'll see something that's like, tag Callie's mom if you need to reach Zuma's mom. So people don't even look for me anymore. They just automatically reach out to a third party if I need to respond. It's pretty bad. So sometimes I just scan, look to see if I can see my name. I respond if I do. If not, I assume that none of it's my problem. So I'm trying to set boundaries over here. Yeah.
Yeah, I just leave the whole thing alone and eventually mute it.
But muting, no, I always block and delete, and then I go back and unblock people individually because it gets rid of the whole chat.
Oh, I still get the messages.
I can't stand the number at the bottom of my phone.
Yep, that's what I'll have.
Oh, no.
377.
It will drive me batshit. I cannot have a notification on my home screen, but I panic when I open them. You never know what your name is tagged for. But then you have to re-enter the conversation without knowing what's happening. You can't just ever jump in. You definitely need context. Otherwise, you look completely insane. You'll laugh at the wrong thing. Now you're laughing at someone's bad day. You're responding too seriously, and now everybody thinks you're doing the most. So what do? You pick one safe message in the middle of the chat and you react with your laugh crying emoji? Can you really go wrong with a laugh crying?
Yeah.
Like, my dog died. That's so sad. You know, like,
You can 100% go wrong
I
with
don't
the
know if we
laugh
can.
crack.
We'll have to give it a run and see how it goes. At the end of the day, I never
Just randomly text a laugh crack.
see what happens. No idea what we're laughing at. None. I'm just letting people know I'm alive in that. But that can be risky too. Someone always says, wait, didn't we already talk about this in the chat? No, you talked about it. I was mentally gone. Some days physically gone.
I'm not going to say I ended up owing somebody money in the chat and then I avoid the thing at all costs.
Sometimes I care about the people in the chat. Most of the time I care. I do. But right now, my priorities are very clear. I'm just trying to keep my 10-year-old alive and make sure that she actually lives, not just survives. And I have a 25-year-old who is grown but still lives in the back of my brain like a constant notification that doesn't clear. And occasionally I care about my hair, which, by the way, I destroyed because I thought that I could maintain blonde at home to save money. And that's how every bad decision starts: confidence in a box of bleach. Now my hair feels like overcooked noodles and I have a mullet that I never asked for.
Blondes have more fun until it all falls out.
Until it's a not cool mullet, not edgy. This is a she went through something and also owns bleach mullet. When I see 100 messages about nothing, I'm like, I don't have the range. I do not care about this thread. I am busy styling my mullet. I don't care about the side jokes. I don't care about the poll. If it could have been one text that said, what time are we meeting? That's really all I needed. Everything else, I'm just not pretending anymore. I don't care.
You should take a poll on the group chat, upload your mullet, and see who likes it.
It's really a mullet. It's so bad. At this point in my life, I've lost emotional access to a lot of things. Not the deep philosophical stuff. I'm talking about very specific, very stupid, very everyday nonsense that I used to participate in, like I actually gave a shit. One of them is, and maybe you can speak into this, clean girl aesthetic. I don't even know who started that, but I hope they're doing okay because they lied to a lot of us, you know? The idea that you wake up looking like a sponsored ad for hydration, hair slicked back, skin glowing, clothes are beige, energy is untouched by trauma or McDonald's.
I'm on a mental health group chat and
What? Oh,
yeah, and basically like everybody in there is super fucked up and none of the topic ever breaches anything about mental health, and it makes me feel a little bit more crazy than when I started the group chat.
Wait, sorry. It never what?
It never breaches anything about mental health.
Never breaches?
Yeah, like nobody ever talks about mental health. It's
In the mental health group chat?
yes.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's just random dog gifts and
Wait, I think that says a lot about the mental health in the group chat. And the level of intimacy and relationships they're having over there, right?
Yeah.
That dog
and
gifts.
every once in a while somebody will check in. How's everybody doing? And nobody gives a solid answer.
And do you see some laugh cry emojis in there?
Yeah.
Next time they do that, laugh cry emoji.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
You don't have to worry about sounding crazy.
You know, there's some days I wake up looking like I fought a raccoon in my sleep and lost emotionally. Like I don't wake up looking like an ad, right? The whole clean girl aesthetic situation. I'm circling back to that.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I really did try. I tried to be one of those people who just casually looks expensive at all times. I can't even afford fake expensive. I can't. I have children. I have stress, decisions to make. I can't be out here pretending my life is scented candle energy.
What is fake expensive?
Fake expensive is when something is trying way too hard to look rich, but really it's just regular stuff in like a fancy outfit.
Okay, because I was thinking like fake expensive is like a Stanley with the S kind of peeling off and rolling around in your BMW that you can't fix the brakes on.
I mean, it's like giving beige minimalist. I have a trust fund and skincare routine, but in reality, it's just lotion in a glass jar with a French name that you can't pronounce that you stole from the Ronald McDonald House. It's a $7 iced coffee and a cup so pretty that you feel guilty throwing it away, but it still tastes like sadness and shitty oat milk. Yeah, it's one of those. It's restaurants where the chairs are super uncomfortable on purpose, like they want you to know that you don't belong there.
Nice.
That's fake rich, yeah. And the wild part is it works because we're out here like, wow, this feels expensive, while sitting in a place that is emotionally hostile and serving you a sandwich that costs more than most of your dignity.
Sounds like
Fake
most
expensive
places.
is capitalism with Tower 12 lip gloss. My life is more like burnt toast and a missing shoe. Another thing I've definitely stopped caring about: quick errands. Won't catch me doing any of those. Done. There's no such thing. That phrase is a fucking scam. Nobody ever says, I'm going to run a quick errand and returns in under 45 minutes.
Especially
Never.
in LA.
You go in for one thing anywhere and suddenly you are in aisle 7 holding something you didn't even know existed, questioning your entire financial strategy while a child somewhere is asking for a snack that costs $9 and you're not their parent. You don't even know where they came from,
Yeah.
but you're there with them. Now you got to find their parents and you're trapped in Target for an hour and a half. It's pretty accurate. It's a trap. Always a trap. Then there's the expectations that errands should be done in a calm, composed manner, like in a montage on the weekends. Who gives up their weekends for fucking errands?
You
That's
ever-
just an unpaid job on the weekend.
You ever try to do a quick errand and you do self-checkout and then you get stuck there when it won't let you get past
It's not
self-checkout?
fast. I mean, there's nobody manning self-checkout.
Yeah.
Another thing I don't care about anymore, Michael, is being low maintenance. That used to sound like a compliment, like, oh, wow, she's easy, she's chill, she doesn't need much. That's when you're like 25, okay? Because you don't need a lot. There's a difference between being low maintenance and just not participating in unnecessary suffering. I used to maintain a lot, too much: emotional maintenance, social maintenance, appearance maintenance. Let me make this easier for everyone else maintenance. And for what? So now I'm just super honest. If it's annoying, I don't do it. If it drains me, I'm not going. If it requires pretending that I'm more available than I am, I'm absolutely not doing it.
Isn't that what they call growing up?
I mean, I watch a lot of women still do this shit. It's crazy.
Eek.
Like they be caring a lot. Yeah, like they're all put together and they go to real jobs, make real money and go on real vacations. Their Target errands don't feel like a chore because they can actually buy shit. Yeah. They don't have to stand there counting quarters. I would say I've become aggressively efficient with my energy. It's honestly not a rebellion. It's just math. Adulting math.
I saw you using your quarters today in the parking.
Well, they were weighing down my wallet, to be honest. My wallet's very small. That's why I don't have a lot of money. There's just no room for it in that wallet.
Well, parking is like
$7 an hour.
yeah, so you gotta have a lot of quarters to crack an hour.
Yeah, that was a lot. I only have so much to do in a day. I already spent most of it trying to keep 2 humans alive and 1 haircut from becoming a public situation. Everything else really earns its place now. And a lot of things just won't make the cut.
Hope your hairstylist doesn't hear this.
I hope so too. But I mean, she's got to know what she was working with. It's not like I went in with the best situation. I went in with a situationship.
Or consider it a
What is it called?
Yelp review.
A what? A Yelp review. I was actually thinking about that today. It's pretty bad. Something else I've tried to put on the shelf and retire forever is guilt. Not all guilt. Some of it's useful. Like if you actually did something wrong, that version I can work with. Talking about the fake guilt, like subscription size guilt. The guilt that renews automatically every month, even though you never agreed to the terms and conditions, like Columbia House CD Club. Do you remember that?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I had so many subscriptions and so many different names. I remember being sent to collections when I was like 11.
What did you owe, 12 cents?
Something I don't feel guilty about anymore. It's going to collections. Definitely, I don't feel bad about that. Like I'm so far backwards and fucked, it's not even funny. Also, I don't feel guilty about not replying or not replying fast enough, not going to something. All right, something else. Steps are not fitness. They are forgetfulness. You ready for this? My step count is not a fitness tracker. What it is, it's a memory loss report. Yes. People are out here like, I hit 10,000 steps today. And I'm like, no, I hit 10,000 steps because I forgot everything that I came into the room for repeatedly on a loop, like a cursed carousel, actually. I don't go on walks anymore. I just initiate tasks and then I abandon them mid-thought and then physically relocate out of absolute confusion.
Most of my steps are walking the opposite direction from my problems.
That's what my phone is tracking. I'll walk into the kitchen, very intentional, like there's a purpose. I open the fridge, I stand there, and nothing happens. No thoughts, just cold air. Some days that's great, other days not so much. Then I go, why did I come in here? So then I leave, back to the living room. A whole whopping 6 steps from the fridge to the living room. Then I go, why did I come in here? So back to the kitchen. Stand there again. Finally, I just sit down on the floor because I don't know what room I'm supposed to be in anymore. And then immediately I remember something. I walk back into the kitchen, open the fridge again like it might have updated. It hasn't. So now my phone's like, great job. You were so active today. Nope, not active, just emotionally buffering in multiple locations in the house. Sound about right?
Sounds about right.
It's not cardio though. It's just confusion with a lot of movement. It's not even productive confusion. It's very specific. It's like, go to the car, forget why. Go back inside, forget again. Stand in the hallway, like I'm trying to access my memory from a past life repeatedly until I accidentally hit 10,000 steps for the day. By noon, I've basically completed an Olympic event called Where Am I and What Did I Want Today? The worst part is that people think that you're getting your steps in is super intentional. No. There is nothing intentional about me opening and closing the fridge for the 6th time because it owes me answers. That's not happening. At this point, my step count is just proof that I have poor follow through and far too many unfinished thoughts per minute. Honestly, I think that's the real wellness culture that nobody talks about. Not discipline, not routines, just forgetting what you were doing so aggressively that your body is convinced that it is now exercise.
My purpose in my soul contract is basically to heat up my leftovers.
I don't care about leftovers anymore, Mike. Not at all. Not because I'm above them. I don't trust them. Leftovers feel like a trap that you agreed to during a moment of optimism you are not qualified to repeat later, especially when you're forgetful. I don't know when the fuck I bought that shit.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. When I put food in the fridge, I'm basically making a promise to a future version of myself that I know is never going to show up. Because when was the last time I followed through on anything? That I finished anything, let alone some leftovers?
Right.
When was the last time I did that?
We should put some caution tape on the fridge, actually.
Why, you're just going to bust through it every night like the Kool-Aid me? That version of me was always like, yeah, I'm totally going to reheat this and eat it and be responsible. Like, I don't want to waste the money. No, I won't. No, I will not. Future me is tired, confused, eating something completely unrelated while standing over the sink like a raccoon with some standards. No, I never eat the same thing twice. And I will absolutely never crave that again for at least for another 60 days. Never gonna happen. Then there's the confidence people have about leftovers. Oh, like I'll just eat it tomorrow. Tomorrow? You don't know tomorrow you. Tomorrow you is a stranger with far different priorities and no respect for what past you was trying to accomplish. You don't know tomorrow you.
So have you ever DoorDashed leftovers that you already have in your fridge?
I know that you do that. Where's the joke there?
No, I'm just asking if you already have it in the fridge and you
No.
DoorDash it
No.
anyways. The new stuff.
Well, only Jack in the Box tacos.
Exactly. You got 7 tacos in the fridge
But
and you
they're
DoorDash 3
soggy
more.
now.
They're soggy now. As if the DoorDash guy isn't 15, 20 minutes behind and freaking giving you soggy tacos.
I need you to understand something very important about me. I don't DoorDash because I'm out of food. I DoorDash because I'm out of interest. There's food in the fridge. There's always food in the fridge. My fridge is basically a museum of what was going to be eaten when I was going to be financially responsible and not waste money on food. But at a certain point, eating becomes a negotiation I am no longer available for. I will stand in front of a full fridge, stare directly at last night's leftovers, and feel nothing for it.
And then pick up your phone.
No hunger motivation, no gratitude, no this is practical. Just very calm awareness that I am not the version of myself who was going to eat that shit. I will not reheat it. I will not. Have you ever ordered food while holding food before? Have you done that? Where you're holding food or you have food next to you and you order new food?
I have not, no.
No, okay, that's good. Because that's a lifestyle gap. It's not a condition.
However, I have let my DoorDash
Sit outside for hours
or overnight.
and still ate it in the morning.
I've also let my Dash Pass expire and then order food one day after my Dash Pass expired.
So have I ever eaten the DoorDash that showed up in the middle of the night because I fell asleep? Fuck yeah. And I didn't just eat it. I accepted it like it was fate. Like I was starving on a deserted island. Because nothing humbles you like waking up at 2:15 a.m. to a knock at the door and realizing you ordered food from a version of yourself that still had hope for that day. That was I'm hungry and I respect myself, me. I'm not that woman at 2:13 in the morning. The food arrives, I open the door. It's like I'm in a documentary about bad decisions and I'm looking at this bag like, wow, so that's what we did. Here's the thing, I don't even put it away properly. No plates, no dignity, no reheat strategy. I just stand there in my kitchen like a squirrel that has access to Postmates. Nom, 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 nom.
Just ripping the bag open.
Speaking of DoorDash subscriptions, I don't care about subscriptions anymore. Not because I'm wealthy. I'm not. I'm broke. But at this point, I'm basically financially supporting a bunch of apps that I haven't opened since the Obama administration because I might need them someday. Someday. That's my logic. Not I use this, not this improves my life. It's just what if future me becomes a different person with more discipline and some hobbies? So I keep them, all of them, like I'm running a tiny museum of past interests. There's the workout app that I downloaded during a phase where I briefly identified as somebody who gets up early. That's a fun one. I have never gotten up early on purpose since then, not once. But I keep it because canceling it feels like I've admitted defeat, that I will never work out. And that's not true. Someday I might.
Yeah, don't get me started on gym memberships. I think I had 3 at one time and never went to any of them.
And then there's my meditation app. I don't meditate. I open it and I feel judged by the calm voice as soon as I hear it. So I close it immediately and I walk out of the room because I'm not emotionally prepared for all that, but I pay for that. For access to the silence I refuse to sit in. Don't even get me started on free trials. I always think I'll cancel before it charges me. No, I won't. It's like the food in the fridge. I will forget. I will panic 2 months later, see the charge. I will unlock my debit card. All of those subscriptions run through. And the $200 I was hanging on to so that I could put gas in the car, maybe eat that week, gone. Now I'm broke and stuck with no subscriptions. None of them are paid. Nobody is coming for me. Nobody is coming to save me.
That's a lot of time on apple.com to try to
to get all those back. Then I have to try to rationalize it because I'm so depressed. Like maybe this is just the universe investing in my potential. It's not. It's Apple billing me for a personality that I will never become. Worst part is the guilt logic. But I don't have guilt anymore. So it's a real battle because I don't want to waste the money that I don't have. But I also don't want to waste my time feeling guilty. So it's a vicious cycle.
You sound 1 foot in the hole.
At all times. Literally screwed. It's emotional hoarding, I know it. So I just keep paying. Quietly supporting multiple versions of myself that will never arrive. But in the future, I see myself as extremely productive, very organized, very into guided breathing.
I had 2 subscriptions to the same app. Different
I
email.
have definitely done that. Present me is just sitting here trying to remember why my phone is vibrating and why I have 7 subscriptions to shit I don't need, never use, because none of them will ever improve my actual life. I'm paying for hope with an auto renewal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I don't care much about anymore, Mike, or pretending that I care about, is that I have full control of my body in public, specifically farting.
Oh my God.
Listen. I used to think I was a dignified person. I used to believe that there were certain lines you just don't cross, certain mysteries that you take to the grave. And then I had kids. Now my body just does whatever it wants, whenever it wants. Like it pays rent and I just live there. The worst part is our daughter, because she's at this age where she is deeply embarrassed by everything I do, especially anything that involves me being human with basic biology. I'll be in the kitchen minding my business and my body just betrays me mid-moment. Just no warning, no respect, just physics. And she immediately looks like me like I have committed a crime against society. She hates it. She doesn't hate me. She hates the fact that I'm not a silent background character in her life. I can't even try to act like it didn't happen. Sometimes I do it on purpose. I accidentally did it in Target on purpose. Like I forgot where I was and I purposely farted really loud
Oh, yeah.
because I forgot that I wasn't at home because I don't usually leave the house very often.
Yes.
Completely forgot where I was, ripped it in the Target aisle.
That does make sense, actually.
Yeah. I was like immediately, oh my gosh, Zuma, how dare you?
Blamed it on her.
I 100% blamed it on her. She's like, what? I didn't hear anything. But there's no recovering from that. The air has changed. The moment has chosen itself. I'm in full damage control mode, pretending I'm a sophisticated adult while she's staring at me like I just ruined her social future. The thing is, I used to care about that embarrassment. Used to try to be put together. Now I just don't have the energy to manage the optics at the molecular level anymore. If my body makes a sound in Target, it makes a sound in Target.
I like how you threw sophisticated adult in there.
We're all going to move on, except my daughter, who will eventually bring it up later in therapy. And honestly, I respect her commitment to remembering that. Another thing is my bladder. At this point, it has left the group chat. There's no warning system, no gentle reminder, no respectfully, hey, you might want to handle this. Nope, just full on betrayal. Like my body is standing up in the middle of the meeting going, actually, we're done here. I'm always shocked every time, even though it has happened enough times that you would think I would just adjust my expectations. Nope, still surprised like this is a new development. I know it's not new. The worst part, the timing. It's never convenient. Not like, oh, good, I'm home near the bathroom with emotional support lighting. It's always Target, aisle 5, school pickup line mid-conversation with another adult where I'm trying to look like a functioning human. Suddenly, I'm making a life decision I didn't sign up for. I'm doing this internal math. I'm trying to calculate. Do I stay and risk it? Do I leave and look insane? There's no winning. Just different levels of humiliation.
Ooh. And then you turn into that person that makes those noises in the bathroom.
Oh, God, I've never done. Well, I used to think adulthood was about control, but it turns out it's mostly just learning about which parts of your body you no longer have control over. Okay, we're landing the plane.
Okay.
So this episode was truthfully supposed to be about signs, about grief, about connection, about Kingston and trying to make meaning out of things that don't come with instructions or subtitles. I sat down to do that. Like, okay, this is the one. A deep episode. I have some DoorDash shame, a fractured relationship with my bladder, and a suspiciously uneven haircut. That's what I'm working with. So if you were expecting enlightenment, I am really sorry. What you are getting right now is me instead. Honestly, this is just me. This is the real version of me. I'm not edited right now. I'm not inspirational. I've got no captions. I'm not out here trying to be she's so strong. All that shit people say when they post because they don't know what else to say. You just get this. A woman who used to think she had control over her day, and now she celebrates things like remembering why she walked to the kitchen. Because here's the thing I keep circling back to. After everything, I don't actually have a polished philosophy about life. I don't have much of a clue what's going on in life at all anymore. Like I'm completely lost. What I have is a very short list of things I still care about. Care about my kids, about keeping them okay in a world that feels like it is improvising most of the time. And everything else, it's kind of just like noise management. I think I tried to make this episode about signs because it feels like the kind of thing people expect after loss. Like you're supposed to unlock something. I'm still trying to find the key. I've been everywhere. I know I'm missing something. I know there's a puzzle piece or a key to a lock that I just haven't stuck. It's probably in a fridge in another house that I haven't moved into yet. But hey, there's plenty of time for that. I'm sure that's coming soon, another move. Like, I feel like I'm expected to do grief updates. And I'm just supposed to turn into this person who understands everything in a deeper way and can explain it all cleanly in a paragraph and in under 30 minutes. I don't have that this week. I have unlocked nothing. I've just become more honest about who I am and who I am not.
You also have that episode in the recycle bin and another episode to
Oh, I have so many episodes in the recycle bin. So instead of a profound episode about signs, this is the shit you got. I'm talking about subscriptions I forgot to cancel, me arguing with leftovers, me being personally victimized by group chats, me trying to maintain some sort of dignity in public while my body does whatever it wants. And you know what? That is also a kind of truth. It's just not a pretty kind. It's not aesthetic. It's not clean girl aesthetic, is it? No, it sure isn't. Maybe that's what I was trying to say anyways, that I'm not living in some elevated state of understanding. I'm just here, still functioning, laughing at all the wrong times, trying to take care of kids and myself and whatever version of life this shit is. And if there are signs in all of it, cool. I don't know. I haven't seen them today. Maybe they're smaller today. Maybe they're not big and dramatic messages from the universe. But yeah, I did laugh a little bit. It's kind of funny.
Pretty funny.
Not as funny as some of the things we've done before, but
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty lame landing, actually.
It does sound like your group chat is your version of going out and you still managed to cancel.
Wait, what? Oh, I get it. I feel like I need to be honest about one more thing. The truth is, I barely leave my house right now without my brain full on acting like I'm being deployed somewhere. Like leaving the house isn't just grab keys and go. It's a full production. My brain is like, are we sure? Is this safe? Should we reconsider everything that we've ever done? And I'm just standing there like I'm negotiating with a very dramatic intern version of myself. So if this episode felt like it didn't land clean or make any sense or it jumped around a lot, that was not an artistic choice. That's just where I am. Some days I just can't connect things. I can't make meaning, and I can't say that something feels profound when it doesn't. Some days I'm just trying to get out the door without feeling like I've abandoned my entire nervous system. I don't know.
I'm sensing that you have a lot of anger towards your haircut.
Dude, my haircut is one of the reasons I don't leave the house. It only added to the problem. Like, I was already borderline agoraphobic. Haircut has locked it in. We are never leaving this house. Not without a wig.
We done?
Fine, I'm a mess. I said what I said, and I'm gonna go forget why I walked into another room, probably while farting. Until next time, honestly, I'm fine.
6, 7. Another selfie, same face, same caption. Different date, casual post, ring light. Try ride, insane.
Wait, you thought you ate. You thought you ate. Totally not cooked.
Story dump, overshare, paragraphs, literally where. Stop.
Hold up. You thought you ate.
Need, delete, mute.
Literally.
Actually,
Probably.
anyway.
You thought you ate. You thought you ate.
Actually, no. 6, 7.
Next.
Stacks.